Hi there. It's Friday afternoon, December 31st, 2020. The last day of a year that I'm not sure anyone will miss when it's gone. As we fight our way through the next one, it's Journal 401, T+649, I think. Not sure that it makes a difference anymore after you got that many days post-transplant, but maybe that's what this post is about. To some degree. It's a not so short history of how the blog came to be, why it's where it is, and how it's changed over the last year, particularly as we've drifted away slightly from treatment-related issues. And I'll explain that, perhaps. I'll try to explain it at least in a way as we go forward. The blog started at the suggestion of a friend who was convinced that I was a good enough communicator to help people that might be on the same path that I was on understand what it was they were going through and recognize the fact that they weren't alone. And to that degree, we were really successful. I've gotten countless messages and communications from people who either are going down that road themselves or helping somebody else as a caregiver and express their appreciation for my sharing my experience unselfishly. It's not easy to do, by the way. I will tell you that. It's difficult because you're always battling whether or not something deserves to be in there or not. And you don't want to sound like you're whining all the time, which isn't hard to do when you're facing chronic illness or long treatment. You've been through bone marrow cancer or you've been through transplant. It's all a real adventure, and that doesn't, the fact that you're in it doesn't change anything except for your willingness or anxiety when it comes to sharing it. But it was interesting because as the year went on, it drifted away from medical treatment and recovery issues and gravitated more to life and living issues, and that's probably as it should be. Because I was doing a really good job of recovering until the last, it sounds ridiculous when you say it, but the last 6 hospitalizations, particularly this last unscheduled bout with the shingles, the zoster virus, and the post-herpetic neuralgia that accompanied it. And that's made me miserable for the last close to 2 months now, I guess. And the 3 procedures that we've had where they've drilled into my neck or in my cheek and gone inside to my spine to dump anesthetic on nerve centers. And the last one, which occurred yesterday, actually, when I went for what I thought was an office visit follow-up and wound up having the doctor go ahead and inject something into my eyelid above and below my left eyebrow and in the bridge of my nose, which I'm not complaining because it did help. But all of that's in the written blog. I thought that we would continue drifting away from medical-related, recovery-related, illness-related issues until I started having to deal with chronic graft versus host disease, which it seems will be a natural part of what my life will be going forward. And, things that crop up like this shingles, zoster, post-herpetic neuralgia. So it's likely that more medical issues will find their way in there. If for no other reason than to reach out to the original audience and say, hey, listen, this is not like you get a shot and you get better. This is a process and a long journey. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And you have to be prepared for that. And to a large degree, this last week or few weeks, especially the weeks with the procedures that required sedation, brought that home very, very clearly. But there's more in there and there's more to come. I've been really busy. I think that's probably because as the pain gets more manageable or as I get more used to it, I seem to be functioning better. But we'll see about that. It's not my choice to decide that. It's actually yours. So let me know what you think. In the meantime, stay well, stay home, stay focused, stay strong, and take care.